Hello and welcome, I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and today we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Generations Combiner Wars Rook, and I love this toy. Released in 2015, this guy is brand new. He's currently hitting stores right now as of the time of this recording and is retailing for approximately $15. So, Rook here is the new member of the Protectobots. He forms an APC, an armored personnel carrier, and probably one of my favorite figures so far. I'm just really enjoying the new mode. He is, with the exception of Hotspot, with just out of the deluxe figures, he is the only one that is a new mode. The other limb guys, all the other limb bots are retools of existing molds. So this is the only guy that's a new mode coming into the team, and I'm really enjoying that about him. And I'm really enjoying the robot mode, the vehicle mode, everything about this guy. I just really love it. So, packaging, as we've seen with all the other Combiner Wars and Protectobot figures, we've got the black background, red lettering. We've got a comic book giving us our artwork in the back. You can see Rook in his in the window here. He's in his package in his robot mode. You can see his spike weapon. You can see his foot/hand/cannon. And a picture of him in the APC mode. Over on the side here, we've got Combiner Wars 2 of 5, and then a picture of Defensor, at least of his top half there. And around the back, once again, we've got the diagram along with a picture of all the other Protectobots, a product picture of Rook here in both robot and vehicle mode, and a short bio if you want to go ahead and read it. And with that, it's time to get this guy out of the package and check him out. Just like the rest of his Protectobot buddies, Rook here comes with his instruction sheet that shows you how to transform him into all of his modes. We've got the comic book that was also the background artwork for his packaging. And we've got a cool little spike weapon. We haven't seen this before. And then, of course, we've got his foot/hand/weapon. And lastly, we've got Rook in his vehicle mode. And again, really digging this APC mode. I think he looks so cool. Here in vehicle mode, Rook is approximately 4.5 inches long and about 2 inches tall. He's 6-wheeled, so he rolls very well. And I think the look of it just looks so cool. You can see he's mostly white with some blue detailing, black wheels. And he's got the SWAT and police details in a couple of places around the vehicle there. So really cool. And if you look all the way around this vehicle, you really don't see a whole lot of robot parts. So he does a really good job of hiding his robot parts. So there you go. And then, of course, Autobot symbol right there. So very cool little figure. I'm really enjoying this vehicle a lot. And once again, this is the second time with the Protectobots we've got a vehicle in which I think mounting the weapons to the vehicle mode actually looks okay. So you can take this spike and mount it right there to the top. You can mount it here, you can mount it over on this side, you can mount it over here on the front. It's really up to you. I think it looks best. This is the way that I prefer doing it. I like mounting that spike right back there. And then I like to take the foot hand, we're going to call these foot hands, fold the thumb over so you can create kind of like this missile launcher. It looks kind of like a little missile launcher pod right there. You see that little twin missiles on the front? And then I like to mount this guy right on the back here next to that spike. And call me crazy, I know that I usually am not a fan of mounting these weapons to the vehicle modes, but in this mode, it works. For me anyway, it works. I think that looks pretty cool. I'm really digging it. So you got an APC right there with a big giant missile launcher on the back there that you can actually tilt. Check that out. So that really adds playability right there. I think that works really cool. And then whatever the heck this thing is, I don't know what it is, but I think it looks cool there. So there you go. I like it. I dig it. I'm really digging this mold. So we'll get rid of these guys, set them off to the side, and we'll start one more time with our foot mode. So take the head and move it up and out of the way. You're going to want to take the whole front of the vehicle right here. This is going to pop up. It's just going to rotate up. You've got 2 tabs here and here, and you've got 2 slots on the outside of the forearms right there. So you want to go ahead and tab that guy in right there, and once you got him tabbed in, you can go ahead and take the head and just push it down as far as it'll go, just like so. Take the bottom of the vehicle right here, and this is going to tilt forward, and it's just going to line up right there, just like so. Take your combination peg. You're going to want to bring this guy out, bring out your foot, peg it to the bottom of the foot right there, And there you go. There is Rook in his leg mode. And this is the mode that I've been using him in. I think he looks really good in his leg mode. The arm mode I think looks a little bulky for him. We'll get to that here in a second. But yeah, that's the way I've been showing him off, and I think it looks really cool. So, going into the arm mode, we'll take the foot off, set it aside. You're going to want to go ahead and move your peg, combination peg down. The feet are going to stay just where they are. And now, you're going to want to kind of almost take them completely to robot mode because these arms are going to get in the way of separating the legs. So you're going to need to unpeg the arms right there. Just kind of get them out of the way. And these legs are going to swivel similar to the way that all the other legs have, except that this time, instead of swiveling forward, these guys are going to swivel out into the side, just like that. So go ahead and do that on both sides. And then peg these guys back together again. And once you've done that, you can bring this back down again. Now, we'll get to that in a second. Go ahead and peg the arms back in. There's a slot on the inside of the arm right there and a tab right here on the inside of the body. So the arms are going to peg in right where they were for vehicle mode. And then this guy is going to tab in one more time. The tabs on the inside of the hood here are going to tab to the outside of the arms and push their head back in. And then you can rotate them at the waist. And there's your arm mode. Now, in some pictures show him like this with the extension right here for the leg. This guy is similar to Drag Strip with the Stunicons, where you had a longer arm mode. This guy down like this will not work for leg mode because it'll make this leg longer than all the other limbs. So it won't work for leg mode. You have to bring this guy up for arm mode. Now, I mean for leg mode. But for arm mode, some pictures show him like this, and that's okay. We'll bring the fist in, and we'll connect the fist, just like so. And you can connect the fist right there, and you can use him as an arm mode like this. I've also seen pictures of him with these guys folded back, using him as an arm mode like this. So it's really kind of up to you. I think he's meant to have this out, just kind of like Drag Strip did with Menosaur. I think he's meant to have a longer arm. So if you're going to use him as an arm, this is the way that I would do it right here. So either way, it's your preference. You've got options, so you can move them around and see what looks better to your eye, and you can pose them any way you want. So there you go. There's the arm mode, and we'll take out the hand and go ahead and finish off the robot mode, which we're almost to. So one more time, we're going to flip these guys back up and over again because that's going to be his feet. Bring him around to this side and rotate his waist. Bring down the peg for the combination. One more time, take the roof off right here so that you can unpeg the arms on both sides. And these guys are going to rotate forward right here on the top, these two hinges right here on the top. Rotate those guys forward, and then you're going to want to rotate him at the biceps right there and right there. Bring his head up and over, turn it around. And then one more time, you're going to bring this all the way out. Now, this time around, he's not really going to peg into anything, but this swivel right here where this peg is at, it has kind of like a little tab right here, so when you bring him down, it kind of locks into place. So it does a good job of holding it in place. So there you go. Separate the legs, and there is Rook in robot mode. And again, I'm really digging this robot mode. Here in robot mode, Rook is approximately 5.5 inches tall. As far as detail goes, you bring him in close. And again, new mold, completely new design, so he doesn't really look like anybody we've seen before. I know a lot of people have said that his helmet kind of looks like a Russian police hat or something like that. So I'm not really familiar with that, but I don't know. You tell me. So there you go. There's the detail on him. Really digging this mold. I really am enjoying the way this guy looks. As far as articulation goes, he's got a ball-jointed head, so, all over the place there. Ball-jointed shoulders like we've seen before. We've got a rotation at the bicep. We've got a nice bend at the elbow. Only forward, though. This time around, we don't have a backwards bend on him. So there you go. We've got a rotation at the waist. We've got a ball joint at the hips. We've got a swivel at the thigh. We've got a nice 90-degree bend at the knees. And this time around, we've got ankle tilts. Check that out. So this guy can be standing straight, and he can also tilt his ankles in for an A stance, for some dynamic posing. So very, very cool. This guy actually improved a little bit on the posability from the rest of his team. He looks really, really cool, I think. So, bringing in his weapons, as you can probably see, he doesn't have your typical fist holes that the other Protectobot buddies of his did. Instead, he's got kind of like these cannon arms. I like to refer to these as Mega Man cannon arms. Check that out. So, which I think is cool. You know, it's something different. It's something new. So to attach his weapon to him, he's not standing straight for me. What you're going to do is you're just going to peg this guy in right there, just like so, or you can peg it in like this as well. I don't think that one works that well. I don't really care for the look of that. I actually think this looks pretty cool like that. Just kind of like an extension of his arm. Kind of like you would see back in the day with the G1. Kind of like if you remember the pilot episodes of Transformers, Megatron and Optimus had the weapons that just, those energon weapons that came out of their arms. This is kind of what this reminds me of. So I really dig it that way, just like that. And then, of course, you've got this right here, which this time around is not going to work very well because really you kind of have to turn it into a fist almost if you want to peg that in there as a missile launcher. I don't think this one works that well for him in robot mode like that, unfortunately. So that was a bit of a shame. There you go. That's what that one looks like. It sort of kind of works, but not that much for me. I don't know. I'm not. That's really kind of the only one that didn't work for me. But other than that, I really love everything else about this figure. That weapon right there, just coming out of his arm like that, and just the new mold in general, and the posability on this guy, really, really digging him. So we'll give him this pose right here, and I think that's gonna take us out of here. So I think that is going to do it for Transformers Generation Combiner Wars Rook. What did you think of this figure, and what would you like to see me review next? Let me know by leaving me a comment, give me some thumbs up, subscribe and share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time.